Hey everybody, welcome back. It's episode 32 of the Common Woman Podcast.
We're in order today.
Yes. Last week was kind of crazy. I didn't know what was going on. We were all confused. This is officially the winter edition of the Common Woman Podcast.
Back
It's
to
cold
that.
as
Because, you know, if you watch us on YouTube, you're going to see us in hoodies or sweatshirts and leggings for like the whole season. Because in New York right now, what is it, like 40?
No, it's 30
No,
something.
it's in the 30s.
It's in
Oh.
the 30s.
Mm.
I've only parked like up your. She lives on a long block. I parked up the block and I was so pissed. I was like, I don't want to walk this block. But then I didn't want to lose the spot either. So I was like, let me just suck it up and leave it.
Yeah, that wind has a little extra bite to it. It's like cuts a little
It's
bit.
windy today. That's what makes it just so extra horrible.
Yeah. I'm not ready. I had my full-length bubble coat on with the fur around the hood.
You did. I laughed a little bit. I had this morning. I said, damn, you really put on the winter coat.
He puts it all on.
I
real
was warm
quick.
though. But like,
But I was in a
in-between
leather
coat.
freezing. I'm not going to lie.
Ooh.
I played myself. I played myself. I didn't know it was supposed to be windy. I don't
Yo,
remember
it
it
was
having to be
bleeding
this
this morning,
cold.
man.
I
It
know.
was real cold. But I don't have an in-between jacket, so what am I going to do? Like, it's either like the leather or...
Well, you don't
the
need the
bubble.
in-between now. It's freaking freezing.
Nah,
out
we
there.
skipped right over the in-between.
What's
We're
an
right
in-between?
into
Like a wool?
Yeah,
No,
you
it's just
can-
like a maybe
thin
like a
jacket.
thicker, shorter situation. I don't know. I do kind of have one, but it's like tan, so it doesn't really match everything. So I'm with the black. So I'm your host, Cortnie. I'm joined by the lovely
Melissa.
soap
I'm
making.
just going to
She's
cut you
cutting me
off.
off. I was just gonna say soap,
Melissa it is.
soap and candle making. Oh wait, no, not soap, cream.
Mm.
Okay,
You
I messed
make
that up.
cream?
I did soap too.
Oh.
Oh, you
think-
are gonna do soap.
Yeah, I haven't committed to the process yet. Actually, I'm gonna order the molds though soon.
Oh, cool.
Get all that together.
Sweet.
Mm-mm.
We are also joined by the amazing, incomparable Babe.
Hey.
Today we're back on the Kentucky Bucks. We
Ugh.
kicked it up a notch
That's what I wanted.
with the strength. We didn't toast. I'm surprised you didn't scream at me. Cause
You don't toast. I'm
I
just
know,
done
you just
toasting
But I
with
thought
you.
maybe we could do it on camera.
That's
today.
a novice thing.
I don't know why she wants to fake toast right now. Every time she gets a drink, she inhales immediately.
Well, because
Bah.
Babe always wants a taste test to let him know, you know,
you
that it
can
was good.
cheers first.
I forget. I'm not like an avid drinker. Like I don't know the rules.
Considering I barked at her
Yeah.
for 32 episodes, she
Yeah.
still
I still don't get
know
it.
still don't get it.
I'm just so anxious to get to the drink that I forget about the toast.
Crazy.
Sorry.
The lush in her is calling.
Sorry.
This is why she needs a level 2, 3. Slow her ass down.
Whatever. Oh man. Well, before we get into today's topic, because we're talking about breaking family cycles and negative and positive mindsets, we want to talk about what was like trending on social media with baby mama dramas, right?
For those who keep up with certain shows. Ratchet TV.
Yes.
Those A-list
Guilty
shows.
pleasure.
It is a guilty
You know you
pleasure.
like it though.
I know what you're talking about.
I tune in every Tuesday since I can't watch it Monday live. Psycho by apps.
Oh,
We're talking
man.
about Love and Hip Hop,
Yes.
Atlanta.
Which
Yes.
one? Oh, is that Atlanta?
The one
Atlanta.
with Fizz and
Lil
April.
Fizz?
Yeah,
Lil
Yes. And
Mhm.
Monique,
Yo, Monique
baby
is nuts,
mama.
Monique. She definitely seems
She
like
must be
been through
cool to
some
hang out
things.
with, though, not for nothing.
She seems like a real cool person,
Yeah.
but she a
Not to
little-
be in a
All them chicks are
relationship
too
with, but just to hang
rah-rah
out
for
with.
me. They're all too rah-rah for me. I don't like that energy.
Yeah.
No.
I like to be a little more incognito. I don't really
Mm.
like all that attention.
But you know
they
But
constantly
I mean,
loud and
they
ODing.
do it up
They
more
do it
for
up.
the show.
Yeah, I
Come
think they
on.
key it up for the
Yeah,
show.
come
They
on.
have to.
If not,
Maybe
nobody
they get
wanna
more
watch
money
Her
for that.
emotions are real.
Yeah, no.
In my
she's-
opinion.
she's dealing with
crazy
stuff.
can't fake that.
She's
you know?
dealing with stuff.
She just
I wouldn't call her crazy though. I think she really is dealing with some stuff. she need help.
Insane.
I don't think she's crazy. I think that she doesn't. I don't think she's rational.
Yeah.
I don't think her emotions are too heightened when it comes to him.
Yeah.
You
She's
know,
very
like
possessive,
I.
though.
Yeah, it's almost like she feels like she owns him in
Because
some way.
she was like that with the chick too.
What chick? The chick she was
Oh.
dating? I don't remember her being like that.
What? They were going crazy towards the end. They were fighting left and right, yo.
Yeah, they were, but I don't remember her being possessive with her.
She just has a respect issue. Like she always feels someone's disrespecting her.
Yeah.
I think that comes from mommy or daddy issues.
Yeah, she definitely puts her stuff
I don't know
on
her
other
background,
people.
but
No, I don't either.
she has a bad. She makes her background with him sound so bad.
But they were
But
together
he's
for a
such
minute.
like a dweeb that it's like I don't.
You don't
see
believe it, right?
being that real.
You don't
Yeah.
think Little Fizz is
Dito.
hard, yo?
I did
And
call him a dweeb. But he's
I haven't heard that word in a long time.
he's just not. I don't know. He's a little soft to me.
Yeah.
That's why they call him Little Fizz. He's not Big Fizz, yeah.
Thought it was because like he's short.
Is it?
I don't know how tall he is though. He just looks short to me.
He don't look that big.
Yeah, he doesn't look.
April looks monstrous next to me.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
an Amazon
she
thing, yeah.
loves little guys. I'm like, get you a football player,
No,
sis.
she could
Like,
pick him
oh,
up,
wow.
you.
carry him around the house.
Why
Maybe
does she
she's
want
got
to
that
get
thing.
She's beautiful though.
sounds
I think she's
crazy.
beautiful.
You ever notice, like, I seen a lot of, like, Blasian, like, half and halves that are Asian, usually are tall?
No, I never noticed that.
I noticed
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Well, you're
Blasian?
thinking of A.
Black and
Marie.
Asian. Yeah, she's a freaking tree.
But did you make
Kamora
that
Lee
up?
No.
Simmons.
You never heard that expression?
I've never heard
Yeah.
Blasian. You fucked me up with that. I said, is he being inappropriate right now?
Nah.
Is that like really a thing?
Yeah, no,
Black
and Asian. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Just like Bleakin. That's
yeah
what our
Bleakin is
daughter
black
is.
and Puerto Rican. That's what Inai is.
I have
Mhm.
never heard of these things.
Maybe we just made it up, like the stories.
No, the
we make
Bleakin
up.
we made it, but Blasian I've heard all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Fizz and April, like, do you feel like Moniece was wrong in feeling like they should have told her about the fact that they were together?
I know it gets very tricky with being a co-parenter. Like I get that, and you want to know what woman is around your child. I understand all of that, but you already know this woman,
Yeah.
so I don't think they seem like they wanted to keep it private for a while, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
You already had a side connect with her
Yeah.
where y'all were kind of cool, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know why she makes it such a thing. What?
See, to me, there's like a couple of lines that got crossed there.
What?
First of all, everybody's cool with each other.
Mm-hmm. So
Him and his boy Omarion, right?
yeah,
Oh, Mariana.
Yeah.
but I thought they weren't
Come
like
on, man.
cool.
They,
You know,
I
Now
heard that they like
that
grew
to
up
me
together.
still is, they have old school pics floating around
Thank
of the
you.
three of them. Like
Thank
they
you.
definitely cross lines
Thank
of
to me.
April and him and O.
Yeah.
Oh,
see?
that's
You
dirty.
see? That's
All
what I'm
right.
saying.
Okay, because I
So-
was on some like
so
they
that's
just
the
met in the
first problem.
band.
No, that was definitely.
Nah, that's the first
They
dirty
definitely
deed right
OD
there.
Uh-huh.
with
The
that
second one, I don't feel so bad that she didn't know because she never gave him the respect anyway.
Mm.
Wait,
She was-
who are you talking
What's
about?
that chick's name?
Moniece?
Yeah, I don't think he should have told because she never gave him the respect for anything.
Mhm.
So if you don't give the respect, how do you expect to get it yourself?
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm. But had she given him that respect, then
And
It would
yeah, I
be-
think it would have been fair to say, you know what? I think you should do the same.
I
'Cause
kinda
But this
agree with
isn't
you
a
that.
gotta look
female
at-
that she doesn't know.
No.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it still shouldn't be
It's not like it's some random chick off the street.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
You
But you know
hung
what it is,
out.
too?
You tried to go on tour with this female, so you
Yeah.
were cool
Yeah.
enough for that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This whole thing is dirty. It's just
Mhm.
dirty all around.
Yeah.
They
I
should not
think-
have
you know
crossed the
what?
line, period, because they knew each other. They were cool with each other like that. That's like bro code.
I kind of think Moniece was tactful and well, not tactful, but like did that on purpose. Befriended her and was like,
Know your enemy.
let's be cool. Yeah, because I think she wanted to have that to be like, well, you know, when I asked you, you just lied and said that you weren't with him. You just said you guys were besties.
No, definitely, she's
to
very
make
sneaky to
a
me.
thing.
See, but then the
yeah.
thing
Sneaky
is,
to me.
why you sweating, dude, if you ain't with him no more like that?
Yeah, I think that
Yeah, she
everybody
uses
feels
the
that.
kid as like
That's dirty. You never
the
use your kid
excuse
for
all
stuff.
the time.
That's the worst thing you could do, I think. You never use your kid
And
for
it's
anything.
messed up because when she was with the chick, Fizz was so like supportive of it. He was mad cool with her, and they were just like one big happy family. Like it seemed like everything was good. But
he was probably the happiest then.
Yeah, because he didn't have.
She wasn't on him.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yo, these baby mama dramas though. Word. Did you hear about what happened with Little Rel? You know Little Rel?
No.
He's a comedian.
I don't know.
He has a TV show out. But anyway, he apparently
I kind of want to see his face.
was dating this woman. She ended up getting pregnant, had the kid. He was paying like child support for the kid, I think. I could be wrong on the details, but come to find out, she's married. When the baby was born, the husband put his name on the birth certificate. So she told her husband, "This is your kid," but it's still telling Little Rel, "This is your kid."
And Little Rel's paying support.
Oh my God,
Little
that's
Rel
the
had
guy
no ID
from the show I watched.
Yeah,
something South on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he didn't know any of this. He posted a picture of the child on social media, and people were like, "Yo, this dude is the father." So he was like, "Oh no." He had a DNA test done. DNA test comes back saying that he's the real father.
Who's the real father?
Lil Rel. So now he's trying to sue for full custody because he's like, "No, you're not going to mess my child up."
Because they always screw the guy over.
And it's crazy because I was reading some of the comments, and I don't know how true it is, but in some states, like if you are married and the man puts the name on the birth certificate, then he's considered the father.
No matter what.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how true that is. I just read people's comments. Everybody's an expert on social media.
She put the husband's name on the birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
She was taking that lie to the grave.
What?
But how you gonna tell two men?
Why she told the comedian that?
Because she wanted that money, yo. That's why.
She was pocketing that money.
You know why? Because when she gets busted out there like she just did, she got some money put away.
Oh my God.
That husband don't know about.
How do you do that to a child? That's messed up.
That's what's the worst part. The kid gets involved, they get all screwed up.
That's what I don't understand about these women who do this to their baby fathers and their children. It's like you are affecting your child's life more than anything.
Yeah.
Especially for a man who really wants to be there. Like, why are you doing that? Like, let the man. A kid needs their mother and their father. Like, let them be there.
Yeah.
Oh, she did that slick shit.
Isn't that messed up?
Oh, she got that check.
That's messed up. I hope he gets full custody. Honestly,
I hope that and he gets paternity.
Yeah.
So she got to pay after that. And then her dude leaves her ass flat. Leaves with a freaking hefty bag.
Yeah, I wonder what
doorstep.
the husband thinks.
Like, if he doesn't do anything, he's a sucker. Sorry. He better do something about
He's
that.
like, you gonna split them payments with me, bitch.
Fuck yeah.
I'll save you
75-25, bitch. You want to stay in this house.
Wow.
That is so wrong. I don't even know how old the child is at this point. I wonder how old the child is.
What
because
is happening?
Imagine if the kid is like older, like 5, 6, 7,
like
anything like that.
Is that his only child?
Yeah.
And you know, there's always some asshole kid that be like, "Yo, where's your pops?" And he's like, "Right here." No, your real pops. You know, he's always gonna hear it.
When was this like recent news?
Yeah, it or maybe like a day or so ago. Wendy Williams was talking about it, but
Speaking
2-year-old son.
Oh, it's 2 years old.
Yeah,
it's little.
So he won't know yet.
She got away with that for 2 years.
Ain't
That's
no good gonna come to you. Man, y'all better stop doing this. Stop playing around with people's lives.
Damn.
Speaking of Wendy Williams. So these podcast chicks, Miguel's wife or baby mama.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and another female. They have a podcast and they had T.I. on it. And so on the podcast, he talks about how he goes with his daughter every year. She's 18 now. He goes with his daughter every year to the gyno to make sure her hymen is still there. She's still a virgin.
Bullshit. You know that's not true, right?
What do you? Oh, the hymen.
Oh, nurse, tell us. How can you check if someone's a virgin?
But that doesn't mean that they're not a virgin because a hymen is it's a very thin, like membrane of. It's like very thin.
Okay.
Like it's see-through almost.
Okay.
that can tear just by falling on the floor. It doesn't need penetration. Literally.
Yeah.
If you fall on the floor, bang into something or something like that, ride a horse, you could tear it.
Is that the only way the gyno can tell if you're a virgin?
No, the way that you can tell is literally by examining the vagina and all that.
Okay. Well, he gets that ass in check. He checks it.
That's crazy.
So now, apparently...
what about the other hole?
Why would you check the other hole?
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Come on now.
Continue on.
Some people do that.
I hear you.
Because they want to stay a virgin.
Yeah. That doesn't... Okay.
I knew a chick...
Uh-huh.
I knew a chick that did that.
And she was a virgin, right?
No. Oh God, was she prostituting? We were young.
Oh damn!
Because
you took it a whole other level.
Now that I think about it, because she would do that with like specific people, and get her certain bills paid. Wow.
Oh, I guess it was then.
Wow.
Look at that.
I just made that connection now that I think about it.
She was an entrepreneur.
Holy cow.
That's the oldest business there is.
Wow, we were young too. We were like 19.
Right. Using that bad boy to his benefits.
Now I know I see us checking it. We were like 19. But anyway.
Wow.
So.
You know what kills me is his doctor never told him that.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if a hymen broke or not. That's not the definitive answer.
I don't know.
She was probably
this was not that in depth.
She's probably like, I'm just gonna appease this man. He probably giving like extra money on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this is, but apparently, the ladies are under scrutiny for not coming at him, for him doing this.
What more are they supposed to say?
So now, of course, Wendy is going off about how ridiculous he is. And then it's funny because I also saw then a post from a guy going off saying, basically protect your kids. Like, what the fuck you mean? What's the problem? And it's just two different. And I'm just like, this is interesting. Because
But see, the thing
this is rough.
The thing that's messed up that I heard people saying is that is a double standard because he's got a son. And the son was having sex since like early teens.
Well, so he had said that on one of his episodes because they, of course, they start posting crazy. Mm-hmm. And it was an episode where he said, he knows he got a problem with the girls.
Mm-hmm. But you're going to take your daughter to check her hymen every single week, every single year, I mean.
But you know what it is, too? It's like, it's wrong either way to pick one side. Both of them should be taught the same way, basically.
Exactly.
But a lot of people look at it as the boy ain't gonna get pregnant.
Yeah, but the boys are going out there impregnating your daughters.
I'm not saying that's like right.
You can't teach one thing and then someone the other because it's gonna always be unequally.
But you gotta understand, people have a different mentality.
So it's stupid.
Some people are literally like, "Yo, that's her problem because she gave it up."
Oh God.
But you don't want that problem with your daughter because then it's your problem because you got to take care of her in your house.
How about teach your daughter safe sex practices instead? Because you're not going to be able to suppress the teenage hormones.
No.
You can't.
You got to get a chastity belt.
And then if you do, it's going to cause more problems for them in the future.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what they wanted these ladies to say to T.I.
I mean, he's going a little too overboard.
I mean, one of the girls was like, I don't even, like, I can't handle it. Like, I'm done with you. I don't even know. Yeah. Like, well, what do you really say? Like, this is his business. This is his family. I can't tell you what to do, what not to do.
And that's kind of shocking information. Like, you kind of get stunned a little bit. Like, what are you going to say in that moment?
But
I don't know what I would say.
Like, at least every year, he's making sure that she's checked out for other stuff, I'm sure.
Well, that's good. I mean, but that's something that women do anyway on their own. I mean, it's not really anything.
Not really. I mean, a lot of women don't do that. So
that's crazy.
Some women don't do that. Yeah. Unless it ain't falling apart or your neighbor can't smell it, they don't take care of it.
Oh, gosh.
You know it's true.
We are so sensitive. I don't know
how
people don't.
I did internship years ago in a GYN office in the city. I will never, ever be a GYN doctor.
I can only imagine the things they see and smell.
Shit.
Mm.
Like,
Mm.
He's still traumatized. He's still scarred from the experience.
The smell still comes to my nose.
Ew.
He's been telling me this story for years. It made an impression on his life.
Not a good one. I'm telling you, turn me away from GYN forever.
Oh my God.
No, hell no.
Yeah, but he's getting a lot of backlash off of that one. Like, I get there's a different thing with like men and their daughters and stuff, but like, come on now.
Yeah, he might just be really, overprotective. I get it.
Because he knows how much of a thought he is.
Yeah, experience talks, right? So
I will never forget my first experience with a gyno.
Really?
Because I clearly wanted to go. I don't even remember. I clearly wanted to go because I had started having sex with my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. But my mother came with me. Now, she didn't come in the room with me. She just came with me. Mm-hmm. But they had drawn my blood to make sure of, no STDs and things like that. And I remember coming out the room and her going, "So this is how you were going to tell me?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, I was so lost because I've never, I don't know what the hell. And she was like, "They wouldn't test you unless you were having sex." And I was like, "Oh shit." Oh my God. I was so busted and mortified. I wanted to die. Oh my God.
I don't know how I'm going to handle that.
I was just like, "I'm sorry. I wasn't going to tell you." That was not a conversation I wanted to have.
Yeah, right. I doubt he'll even let me go.
I don't know if I'm going to be ready for that.
It's such a different time too.
Maybe I'll just be a real old.
It's a time where she's gonna be able to go by herself.
She
won't need you.
Anyway, yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. This is the time we're in. Yeah. Back then, you did more stuff with your parents. Like it was just different.
I remember I took his daughter, his first daughter, to the gyno for the first time. And I wanted to go in the room so bad, but she was like, "Nah."
Why did you want to go in the room?
Because I'm mad nosy. I wanted to see if I would find out anything. Like,
You're the worst.
Yeah. Because I'm not mommy, so,
Did she get the blood work done? Don't answer. Don't answer. Chris just... babe, I always screw that up. Babe doesn't need to know that answer. Oh my gosh.
Oh man,
that was so uncomfortable. Anyway.
Oh yeah, she wanted birth control, I think too.
Yeah, she did.
But for cramps.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Take some damn Miro, carajo.
I used to hear people say they got on it for cramps.
Well, some people it actually helps. Yeah,
I did.
All jokes aside, yeah,
it did help me. But having a kid helped me the most.
Well, that kind of opens everything up, right?
Word. Well, that's it for your social media recap.
Half an hour in.
Oh, God.
I feel so unready for this topic.
It's deep.
I've had such a stressful week that I haven't had time. I like to at least for a day or two think about what we're talking about, and I was not able to get to it. So now I'm like, ugh.
I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to get to anything. But the funny thing is, I talked to Mel about this earlier in the week, and I was like, yeah, let's talk about breaking the cycle. And you're like, well, what are we going to talk about? And I was like, I don't know. And then as the week went on, I started to think about things within my family. And I realized there's a lot of cycles that I really want to break with my family. Oh my God, as I'm talking about it, I can't even remember. Unhealthy eating habits.
Oh my God, that's a main one on my list.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I thought of. Was eating habits.
But you eat pretty good though.
Yeah, you do.
I eat extremely well.
You're breaking that habit.
But I did that because, in Hispanic families, diabetes runs rampant.
Black families too.
High cholesterol, blood pressure, all of that. And
is that pernilio?
Heart disease.
That pork, man, it's evil.
Tastes
but
so good,
arroz con gandule.
Oh God, I haven't had pork in 5 or 6 years. I want to say, because I gave that up way before.
That was the first thing you stopped.
Yeah, I had stopped that a long time ago. Way before I stopped any other meat.
The unclean animal, they call it.
Yeah, but that's because of the way they used to cook it back in the days.
Oh, that's where it got that rap?
Yeah, that's where it got the rap from.
Oh.
We're still not supposed to eat it according to the Bible. I try to hit my father with that one all the time.
You know why?
And he does not hear me.
Because they didn't know how to cook it right back then.
I don't care. I still be like,
that's what it was.
You want to be die hard, okay? You're not supposed to eat that shit. Or shrimp. Or this.
Or shrimp?
Yeah, no.
Anything that has
no shellfish.
Yeah.
Oh,
just
man,
anything with
shrimp.
fin. Well, I'm not gonna be disgusting and hate and say things that people listen eat that stuff. So I'm gonna shut up. But yeah, no, just fish that have fins and scales, I believe.
Yeah. You can't eat sharks either.
That's the only thing you're supposed to eat.
Oh, I wouldn't want to eat shark.
Shark is good.
I don't even like crab. I know that's like
crab.
You know,
how do you not,
sacrilege.
how you call yourself black and you don't
exactly.
like crab?
It's so funny whenever you go to the buffet. If you see if they have crab legs, you see all the black people piling the crab legs on the plate.
That shit is no joke though.
With the butter and
they ready to cut your ass down for that shit.
They be cracking it open like it. I just don't understand it. They go so in on it.
But crab
and
is good.
I can't stand crab.
I used to like crab legs and lobster.
Lobster's
a long
shit,
time. Yeah.
I'm real funny about like big things, like in terms of food. Like I like tiny shrimp.
Do tell.
I like really small shrimp, like jumbo shrimp. I can't eat it. It skeeves me out.
I don't know that you would eat shrimp if you
different.
if you ever like picked up shrimp in its natural form.
The head looks
and had
crazy.
to like really get in there.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
I don't
eat
think
anything.
you would eat it.
I don't even like seeing chicken, like raw chicken. I don't like anything. But if it tastes good, I'll eat it, you know? But like, yo, I was keeping myself out yesterday because people eat cow balls. Have you ever seen cow testicles?
No,
they have these squiggly red lines all over it. It skeeves me out so much.
That's why I draw the line. I do like the pig feet, the ears, and all that stuff, but I'm not.
But if it's made right,
balls.
pig feet is good.
What?
Yeah.
Pops used to cook crazy pig's feet.
You know what's funny is that I never had a problem with anything until I saw videos on factory farming, and that's what really just like completely changed my whole mindset. It just grossed me the fuck out. And I never forget my mother's like, why do you watch this, ignore it, and go about your life? And I'm like, but how do you go about your life with this information out here and you're just ignoring it? How do you not want to know and not want to change? Like I'm just completely.
That would be too much. It's too much.
It's horrifying. Yeah. I don't recommend people do it. Just know it's evil and go support family farms. Yeah. And just spend the extra money that way.
You taste the difference.
Because it's hot. The videos are horrible. And I feel like the people that work in these factory farms are mental or become mental doing the job of killing the animal. Because there's videos of them like punching the animal and just doing just the craziest shit. And I'm like, you have lost your fucking mind.
It's like, why you got to do all that?
You have to have gone mental. Maybe doing this every day. It can't be normal to kill animal after animal every day. There has to be some psychological breakdown.
Yeah,
is my guess.
That's true. I can't imagine.
Those people. Yeah. Anyway, that went left. Yes, diet. Yes.
Because almost everyone in my family, like my aunts and stuff, because I have I had like 7 aunts, and they were all overweight. My mother was overweight, and you know, a few of them have died and passed on. So I think that kind of scared the ones who are still alive, and a lot of them have lost weight. But like we used to eat out all the time. My mom didn't really cook that much at home, and when she did, it was like she had the bowl of bacon grease sitting on the side to like cook the stuff in, and we had fried foods, and so it's that's what we know.
Now I don't know how accurate this is, but I heard that we're known as the obese, country.
Yeah, United States.
Outside the U.S., people aren't like this, but I do think that they don't have the same type of foods that we have. We have the GMOs, and we have have crazy.
Even like the chains are not the same. Like
that
the McDonald's
too.
Here is not going to serve the same stuff as the McDonald's in
Which
Japan.
Is very interesting.
It's totally different. They don't have like supersize in those countries.
Yeah.
We only have that.
Why do we need extra? Why we need bigger?
Yeah. So it's different all over the place.
Yeah, so it's a struggle to like eat healthy. I'm not doing it yet, but I plan on breaking the cycle. You cold?
I am. Pass my scarf. I'm kind of cold.
I'm actually hot. Yeah, so it's hard. But it's something that it's a goal for me. Like I feel like Inai eats pretty healthy compared to us.
Good. Yeah, compared to us, yeah.
and luckily at her school they always have fruit available, so she'll have like a pear, she'll have something. Always she comes home with fruit all the time. So I just want her to have a well balanced diet. Not too much crap, not no extremes.
Processed food is the worst.
Processed
That's what you
food.
have to. Try to just eat as much as you can at home. Home cooked foods and stuff. I know.
I love cooking.
It's because your schedule.
Yeah.
You're almost
there.
And
then I don't know what to cook sometimes. But yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention the polls. Because a lot of people, thanks again to everybody who answer the polls, because we really appreciate your participation.
No.
Why do I always do this?
Fire.
Yeah, I asked a bunch of people what they're working on to break the cycles, or what cycles within your family do you wish to break. So a lot of people had some good stuff. I Am Soul podcast, divorce, anger, disrespect, and grudges. That's a lot. Divorce was one of mine too. Well, just being in a marriage period was one of mine, because I told you I had like 7 aunts, whatever. Only my mother and one other, maybe 2 other, were married, and both ended in divorce. And the rest of them had like children out of wedlock. So it's like marriage was not, even amongst the cousins and the, extended family members, a lot of them didn't have marriages. Like me and you, babe, are like one of, like, I could count on one hand, I think, how many of us are married.
Wow.
And I have several cousins, so it's, I wanted to break that cycle. I want to have that like family structure. I feel like the problem in our society right now is the fact that there's a breakdown of the family structure and that safety net. It's important, I think.
I agree.
All right.
That's a strong agree.
You'll like this one, Mel. Cecily says financial stability.
Yes.
Jessica said, this is Jessica Ramirez. Lack of accountability when not taking care of responsibilities or leaving it to others.
Okay.
And Jessica,
there are good ones out here.
Yeah, this one is really really deep. Jessica Brower, our coworker, said the criticism which perpetuates poor body image, especially in young girls. So she sent another DM saying that it's like, she wants to like promote like positive body image, especially with like her young nieces and stuff like that. So yeah, we be breaking down on ourselves. Like, wait, let me go back to what she said, because I really liked what she said. Yeah, it's important to have positive body image and speak positive about your own image if you're a mother to your daughters, because they pick up on that stuff and it sticks with them, So, Jessica, here we are. She said, for clarification of the poll question, I can't speak. Generationally poor body image has been passed down, whether through backhanded comments or suggestions of crash diets rather than exercise and healthy eating. I would like to break that cycle, at least with my kids, if not my nieces. So yeah, good luck to you, Jessica, on that journey, because it's hard. Why are you guys so quiet? You guys are like leaving me out here.
You're in the middle of like your thing.
So let's see what else everybody said. No communication. That's a big one for me too.
What, like no communication, like what?
Well, I don't know what this person meant, but for me, I felt like my mother was very emotionally unavailable and didn't communicate when she was feeling a certain way. She kind of just held everything to herself. And she used to always tell me that she did that because she didn't want to burden me, because I'm her daughter. So she feels like she had to take that on herself and not, you know, there was maybe like one time she shared something with me and I was just like, oh my God, I soaked it up. I was like, thank you for talking to me about this, because it's like, it's important to see your parents in a vulnerable state sometimes, because it's also where you learn, you know, how to deal with things. So it's like, knowing that she was human and that she has emotions, she deals with stuff, it was like really important to me. And it also like gave me an insight into who she was as a person, because I always felt like, until this day, I still feel like my mother is a question mark to me, because she didn't really talk much about anything.
Wow.
She never really, I mean, like everything was like real, like surface. So I'm just like, oh, okay, who are you? So I think it's important to communicate with your children. And you know, you obviously you don't want to tell them everything, because sometimes it's too much, you know, but that's that.
My mom's a sharer.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Which is probably why I'm such a sharer.
I love it.
Tell my shit to everybody. Whatever.
We be sharing all day.
I don't care.
Y'all don't even want to know what we were just sharing before the podcast started. Westlin also said financial insecurity, excessive debt. Me too, girl. Me too. And Michelle Alyssa also said financial burdens, divorce, being emotionally unstable. And Sylvia said addiction. Yeah.
Addiction is definitely. We talked about that a little before the podcast, because my mother always tells me, be careful with the drinking, because that's hereditary. And I was like, that just sounds stupid. But then I'm talking to Babe over here, and he agrees.
Well, yeah, there's been some studies done that say that it has a propensity to be hereditary. So,
why do you talk so quiet?
Because I don't scream.
We're on a podcast.
But you can hear me.
Not really. I gotta raise your levels sometimes.
It might be the wax.
Anyway, you were talking about how it could be it can be hereditary.
He puts a poppy voice. He's louder now.
See,
you were louder in the beginning, in the first episodes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably because when he does sound check, I'll be like, you loud lower. All right, sorry. Go ahead. Study what?
No, yeah. So, no, they said that, you know, you could check it online and all that stuff. There've been a few studies done all around the world, pretty much, that state that there is a possibility, there is a chance that it is something hereditary, some kind of a gene link to it that makes it so that the propensity is there for you if you have that genetic disposition. Doesn't mean you're going to turn into one, but, you know.
It's like nature versus nurture.
I feel like there's just so many different theories on impulse control. It could be linked to your birth chart of zodiac. Like there's just so many different angles to every fucking thing.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer in like, some things are genetically passed down, but it all depends on the conditions within which you are in that can accelerate or bring out these things.
It's probably the same condition that got motherfuckers into that shit to begin with. So maybe we need to rise up out of those conditions. To break it.
I think you have to change what you see. Change your view if you want to change your whole way of being.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard for people though, because especially if they're all they see is that, if they're surrounded by that, they feel like they can't see anything else. But there's always
an exception. You know, there's been plenty of people out there. You know, one of the there's this article that I read years ago about this guy that was homeless. Like he had nothing, young guy. And he actually put himself through Harvard and became a doctor.
How?
He studied on the train.
How did he get in?
He had good grades, so he qualified. He got scholarships and all that stuff.
I need to read this story.
Yes, it's been over like 15 years ago.
I don't understand it.
No, it was a guy. He was homeless, a young guy.
But if he's homeless, like, how did you apply? How did you hear back?
If you live in an SRO, you know, one of those
SRO?
Those little shelters. You have an address. That's it.
There's always a way to do
There's
stuff.
always a way.
There's always when there's a will, there's a way. I feel like that's part of like changing the cycle. Like you have to be aware of the cycle first of all. You have to accept the fact that there is a cycle, and then you have to be willing to change that cycle. Because if you're not willing to, then you're not gonna move anywhere from it. Like if you're one of those people who just victimizes yourself, and you're like, oh, you know, this is just who I am. This is in my DNA.
You give up, that's it.
Then you're just gonna succumb to it instead of trying to find ways out of it.
Yeah.
Some people in certain conditions, I guess, don't have the mental capacity.
I mean, it could be
Like
overwhelming.
Things like that.
It could be overwhelming, and
Yeah.
you know.
Well, yeah, of
like
course.
I give credit to like those people out there that you hear the stories of, like they got their ass beaten constantly by their drunk mom or drunk father.
Yeah.
Poured out to like their friends and all that, and they turn out to be freaking entrepreneurs and
I
shit.
can't handle. I hate those stories.
That's
I mean, I
serious
I
resilience.
like hearing them come
Strong-ass
out, but
freaking
just
person, let me tell you.
the fact that people go through these things is just so horrifying.
It is. It is. I can't even imagine.
I just think you have to want it so bad that you want to get out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean by like you want the change. You know?
That's crazy.
Stay strong, people. Whatever you're going through, stay strong.
I'm going to go way off topic because I'll forget. But I saw a post, just FYI, ladies.
Oh, boy.
No, because like I feel I've been hearing so many stories about kidnappings for sex trafficking, and it's so much crazier now. I'm probably because social media. I mean, we have access to all these stories now at a crazy volume, and it's just so this girl told her story about how she was kidnapped, she was taken, and they try to, they raped her, they assaulted her, they tried to kill her. She was chained up. Yeah, and how did she get out? I'm gonna fuck this story up because now I already don't remember. Now I already don't remember how she got out. I think that I don't remember. Her family was looking for her though. They ended up finding her. She got out. But anyway, so a lot of the stories were connecting that they go to malls in the parking lot, and there's like they'll park where there's like two vans and a car. Like they might watch you and park two vans next to you. And one of the recommendations was, if your car is in between two vans, go through the fucking trunk and get in your truck and get the fuck out of there. And they target younger girls.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
that's so scary.
Well, you hear all the time, like they have like them people that in like the Walmarts and all that. They'll try to steal like little girls from their parents.
Yeah.
That is.
They go to crowded places and they go for the younger girls and the teenagers that they can. Yeah. So.
Oh my God. I spoke to a girl. Well, not spoke to. When I was volunteering on the chat, there was a girl I spoke to who was being currently trafficked, and she was able to get access to a computer.
Oh my God.
And she was in a room.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, oh my God. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, how do you, like the crazy thing is,
do they even know where they are half the time? I feel like they don't fully know where they are.
No, not all the time. And sometimes they do know, and they just feel like they can't get out.
Now, when you're on one of those lines, because I thought about doing these things, but this scares me, but it's like, are you allowed to like call the authorities on certain calls?
Only if they're
because I feel like if it's a sex
being
trafficking,
abused.
how are you not allowed to call the authorities to try to weigh in on this?
Well, it's anonymous, so you don't know. They're not supposed to give you any information to identify them. And if they start to give you information, we have to notify them and tell them, look, you don't have to give me any information, this and this and that, because we're not supposed to get involved to that level unless it's
I'm just shocked. I'm shocked. Minor. You're being trafficked. Why would you
and also
go the route of a hotline to say what?
These are people. Well, the good thing is with those hotlines, they provide resources to them. So even though we might not be able to call and authorities or whatever, we can give them other things, that other routes that they can choose, you know, to do on their own, and hopefully they get out somehow. But it's crazy.
I need to talk about this after the podcast. I don't understand. I need more information.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Anyway, just be careful with yourself and your kids.
Yeah.
I know I'm of an age group. They don't want my ass. I'm old, but thank God. But you know.
But you look young, girl.
Be careful.
So.
I don't look that young.
Yeah, it's super scary out there. Well, another thing I wanted to mention is breaking the cycle. If you want to be in a relationship, make sure you choose someone who is not going to contribute to the cycle, or who is not contributing to that cycle in their family. Because in order to move forward and break cycles, you need to have a support system. You know, someone who has the same goals as you, who wants to, like, you know, move your family forward and go against past situations that are, you know, detrimental to your family. So choose wisely, folks. Yeah. So that's that on that. Y'all got anything?
I was trying to remember this quote. I always go left. I have nothing on the topic. Fuck it. I'm just going to constantly go left. I ain't got nothing. But there was an actress. Damn it, did I save it?
Can't even remember her name.
I thought it was... No, absolutely not. You know I ain't got that. That's asking way too much for me. But she was tired of people constantly... oh, here it is. Hey now. I did. Emma Watson has said she prefers to call herself self-partnered rather than single as she approaches her 30th birthday. She says she's so tired of people constantly criticizing her for being single.
I'm self-partnered.
So she is self-partnered.
Guys,
Get it, bitch. So the fuck am I?
I don't understand why people make a big deal out of people being single. If you want to be single, or if you're single, there's nothing wrong with that.
I think it's more towards women, though.
Oh, it is. It is geared towards us. It is,
women.
And it's geared towards the whole.
Where's your family, the kids?
Baby, and you know. Wife, mother, the whole role.
Almost like you need protection or something like that. Like you can't survive on your own.
God forbid. God forbid you're alone.
Some people choose to be single and just be single. Like,
some people.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like, who says you have to get married and have kids and do all that? Just live your life and enjoy it. It's fine. Have friends. You can go on dates. Whatever you want to do. Like, there are no rules here.
Men are a click away.
At
all times.
Yeah. Basically.
I feel like I'm in an episode of Black Mirror. You seen this show?
No, I haven't seen it.
You guys have not seen Black Mirror?
No. It's good?
So it's a show on Netflix. Each episode is different, so you can watch whichever ones. But it's all like kind of like futuristic technology things. And so this one episode, it's almost like a Facebook, Instagram-ish thing. So, but you're on like a rating system, and everything is by likes. Your whole position in life is based on this. So everywhere you go to Starbucks, you rate the person who helps you. They rate you as a customer. So you're being rated all day.
Oh, wow.
So you'll only get the good apartment and this great lifestyle based on how many likes and how you're rated.
Oh, wow.
And so the woman was obsessed with her rating. But she wasn't doing so well. She was mentally fucking losing it. But then of course she meets people that are off the grid. Not really, but it's interesting.
That is interesting.
How they do it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is really just where the fuck we're going.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
For sure.
But then what's funny is I just saw a thing on Instagram. Of course, I lost it. But it was like Instagram is going to, in the U.S., try stopping the likes or hiding the likes. I don't even know what does that even mean, hiding the likes? What does that mean?
Weird.
So you put a post and there's not going to be, you'll be the only one knowing who liked it? I don't know what that means.
Oh, so
Maybe
you'll be
that's
able
what
to
it
see
is.
the likes, but
You
nobody
could
else.
I don't
see-
know. I don't know how this works. You can just not
Maybe
like
that's what it
anything at
is.
all. It's just
Well,
gonna be a
maybe-
series of pictures
pictures.
and no comments
Maybe
or
you can
likes.
see the
It's weird.
like the owner can see the likes on their picture,
And then
but no one
nobody
can
else.
see it, yeah. So
It's
you can see if you get like
so
70
weird.
million likes, but no one else can see
But
it.
how would that affect other people? I don't know.
How many people have gotten rich and famous off of things like Instagram by getting all the likes and shit like
That's
that?
true.
How many relationships are in question because of certain likes on a post?
Yeah,
It's just like-
that is true.
It's saving the cheaters out
Yeah.
there.
I mean,
the shadies.
Yeah.
the bad behavior is glorified out here. It's insane.
So ridiculous. So ridiculous. Do you guys want to talk about positive and negative mindset? No?
Think positively.
Well, I'll just
Not
give the poll
negatively.
results. Well, you know what? It looks like everybody does. 85% say that they have a more positive mindset and 15% say more negative. Christina said that she used to be positive, but she's become negative.
My sister-in-law.
Yeah.
I
I think you have to stay positive.
I've always been negative.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. No, I lie. I'm positive and negative. I
So
like to think I'm a healthy balance
could
of
be a
positive and
cynic.
negative. I'm also an
I'm both.
asshole. And so I
It's a good quality
fight.
to
I
have.
fight the negative asshole conversations I have constantly in my head, and I'm practicing not sharing the asshole things. So maybe I can stop being one, but it hasn't worked thus far.
You're so funny.
I understand. I'm a sarcastic asshole.
Do you know what I'm
I
saying?
hear you. I totally get it.
I swear the two of y'all are the
It's
same.
so hard sometimes, and I
But it-
fight
it's-
myself
no, it's
because
not
I'm
hard.
so vocal that I don't realize that, okay, you're blunt, Melissa, but it's also mean.
Yeah.
And you don't need,
you're a
there's
mean
certain
girl?
things just don't need to be said. I don't think I say factual shit.
So and you might say something like, if somebody's outfit doesn't look right, you don't say, maybe a different color would work. No, you look fat in that shit.
No.
That's what you'll
I
say.
wouldn't
You know
say
what
you
it
look
is?
fat. I wouldn't
It
say you look
depends
fat
on
in
who
that.
you care about. When you're dealing with people
Ah.
you care about, you know how to tactfully say things, and
Ah.
you're very
So it's
sweet
the I
about
don't
it,
give a
and
fuck
you
meter.
say it in a caring
That's
and
what
loving
it
way.
is.
But if you don't
Except for the
care
one
about
shoe.
this person, if you
Yo,
if you
but
don't care about
you
the
looked
person,
out.
then it's whatever.
Nah, that was a life-saving move right there. The shit.
Yeah, no, but if you
But
you
you're
don't care
right.
about the person, it's
I know, but I'm realizing that half the things that I've said, I just don't need to say aloud. You know what I'm saying? It might be factual, but was it necessary to say?
But why wasn't
I
it?
don't think that you say anything wrong.
that's
Like I
the
don't.
thing.
I love the fact that
It's
you are
like-
super honest.
Why wasn't it?
I'm the type of person who's a realist, and I
People
want to
don't
hear
need-
the real.
People don't
so
need to hear me say, like, I genuinely don't like you. Like, I don't
Then
need to
they'll
say
leave
that
you
to
alone.
someone.
Would you rather them hang
I
around
would-
you thinking you're cool with them and you're like, I can't stand this motherfucker?
yeah, I would much rather you
Right?
tell me to my face that you don't like me.
You know,
than
you're supposed to
placate
tell me, yes, keep it at bay.
No.
because
And
you're
just
fine.
promoting it.
You beat yourself down all the time, saying that you need to change something that I think is one of your best qualities.
I'm
How do you
scared
take
if that's
that?
my best quality.
Well, I didn't
do you
say it was
take
your best.
I
I
said,
said
wait
it's
a
one of your
minute.
best.
Being
you
a
have
fucker
Wait
is
a
your
minute.
best quality.
You have many. Okay, I
You know,
tried.
it's part of my my astrological sign
What?
to be a blunt ass.
Yeah.
Sagittarius.
I love
Ah,
it.
Yeah.
I
We're the
love
most
it.
blunt people.
Mhm.
that exist.
And she's
love
the
it.
most bullheaded. It's true.
I'm super stubborn.
Yeah.
What?
I'm glad you said stubborn because I was like, what does bullhead mean? But I wasn't going to say it on the mic. But now
Oh,
I
I'm
did.
stubborn.
Yeah, she's big.
I was like, what the fuck is a bullhead?
I'm not moving.
Yeah,
I'm
nah.
not moving unless you
Mhm.
bring me fact sheets
Yeah, yeah.
telling
She's
me that I'm
stubborn, yeah.
completely wrong.
I haven't seen that side, but I think it's
Ooh.
because we agree on most things. And I haven't. That's why I haven't. Me and her are just
Yeah.
always in agreement that
Yeah.
we're always like, yay, high five. We've never like combated over anything.
Nah, she can.
Hysterical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm stubborn. Whatevs.
Mm.
But I'm positive.
Yeah, you are.
There
I'm
it
mostly
is.
positive except for when I'm negative. I'm like you. I kind of have like a balance.
You're positive but your body negative.
Mm.
You gotta work on that.
I am. Oh,
Wow.
I'm embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed. Most people are.
Yeah,
I body shame myself daily.
I do.
Mm.
We all do it.
I've been trying not to. I caught
I've been
myself
trying to be
earlier.
less vocal about it.
Mhm.
But it's there every day. I know it's there for all of us every day. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
the most superficial world that we live in.
Yeah.
And with everyone being so plastic and
Mm.
it's just, it's hard to.
I came in the kitchen before and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I'm so bloated. And my daughter was in the next room. And I was about to say, I feel so bloated and so fat and disgusting. But I'm so bloated. And then I stopped myself because I felt
don't
my
wanna put
daughter in the
that-
next room. And
you
I was
don't
like,
wanna
I
put
don't want her
that
to say
on.
that.
Yeah.
Because she repeats everything I say now.
Yeah.
Everything I say.
Mm-hmm.
So then I told her that I'm not going to put any makeup on. I'm like, I'm just going to be natural.
I'm glad she doesn't repeat anything I say yet. Cursing
Oh,
like a
that's
sailor, that
coming.
little girl.
That's
Do
good.
What
you-
the fuck, daddy?
Does she? You
No,
do it?
no.
Do you? In front of her?
I try to censor myself, but it doesn't always
Sometimes
happen.
it happens. I get
I
it.
try. It's hard.
I get it.
It's not you. It's like you can't speak. You know, it doesn't feel right. You got to put that extra fuck or shit in there now and then.
I know
You're
that's
like,
right.
babe.
I know that's right. I feel so sad right now when we got her in the room and she's like, "You're gonna leave me here?" It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
She really tried it.
she
She
did.
pushes it now, huh? She didn't give you. She gave
She's
you the
like, you
waterworks
guys are
yet?
going to disappear?
Oh, she. Gave
I
you
was
the
like,
disappear.
no,
Yeah.
yes and no. We won't be here, but we will be here.
She was
And then I'm like,
what the
and she just looked at me smiling and I said, you know what I mean? Go to bed. We won't be in here, but we'll be here. Go
That's
dream
so
of
funny.
princesses.
I tried to hit her with you have to behave because Christmas is around the corner.
I heard you OD bribing. I said, all right,
Yeah.
then.
It
We're
wasn't
going to do
working.
it.
No.
No, it didn't work.
It wasn't
No, she
working.
stayed.
It's
She's
too
fine.
far
She
away.
stayed in bed.
Christmas. See, I ain't buying it yet.
That was funny.
Oh, man. Yeah, today she actually went to bed semi-nicely and didn't
Yeah, she
really
didn't
give me too
you
much
that
of a hard
terror
time.
this time.
I was weak. I was
It's
like,
probably 'cause I wasn't
please
here.
Don't give me a hard
She
time.
probably needs to go to bed before I get here.
That's
not
what.
gonna
That's why I
happen.
put her in bed because I was like, I
she
think maybe
sees
she'll
me
go.
and she's like, it's party
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Mhm. I put the gate up and she just
She
clipped
take
that
that
mess
off.
up.
You didn't-
She's like, I'm here. I was like, oh, I don't even know why we bother putting
I'm
that
gonna
up.
take it down because
She knows how to open it.
I just leave it so that I can hear it. Hopefully, when she
Mhm.
pops it open,
Mm-hmm.
because it makes a lot of noise.
That's funny.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
So negative, positive mindset. Yeah, your mindset will affect the trajectory of your life. So if you have a negative mindset, you're going to attract negative things to you.
Yeah.
Positivity breeds positivity, you know?
Mhm.
I didn't know that happens because when I have road rage, I lose my shit mentally and all types of ways. And I attract more fuck shit in front of me. So I'm like,
It's facts.
my mindset is attracting
Mm-hmm.
more road rage.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And then when I calm down, I'll be
It's
cool.
smooth
People
sailing.
go into the right lane, get out my way, or it's
Yeah.
just flowing. And I'm like, fuck.
What a
So
beautiful day.
Yeah.
It's so true.
That's how powerful it is.
I try not to let things piss me off too much at work, but it doesn't always happen.
You've
Word.
gotten a lot better with that,
Gee.
though. Because you used to be, it would mess you up for like weeks.
Yo,
But you let it go now.
yeah, just give no F's.
Just come down here and smoke a
That's
cigar
it.
and drink
Have
your
a
whiskey.
and I'm
That's what you
good.
do.
That's it.
Yeah, that's good.
F that.
Yeah, I feel like it helps you to get through life when you think like about things differently instead of like, oh, why is this happening to me all the time? Like if you like find the lessons in it, if there are lessons, or just like find a different way to look at it sometimes. Like find the positive in it and it'll help you get through it easier. Because when you think about it and like dwell on the negative, it like just makes you feel worse.
No, you have to constantly coach yourself.
Yeah.
Like I have to be like, why am I driving like an animal? Why am I speeding? I'm on my way to work. I'm on time. I'm not even late. I have to coach myself on weekends. It's the weekend.
yeah.
I have nowhere to be.
Yeah.
Why am I losing my mind behind
hard
slow-mo
driving
asshole
slow,
over
though.
here
It's
in the left
hard,
fucking lane?
yo, it's hard.
He be going off every weekend.
It's hard. I'm getting really good at it though, because when I'm in the car with the baby, I don't drop the F-bomb.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd be like, "What the?"
I'm trying to get better with it too, because
And
I
haven't done it.
Too.
Knock on wood, I haven't done it in a while.
So
we gonna make it though. We gonna make it.
At work, I'm like, put your headphones on.
I can't do that.
Stop questioning why people are doing random things that you
I
just
can't
don't
do that.
understand.
I wish I could do that and tune out the rest of the world.
I have to.
Why because people ask you questions all the time?
Yeah, my type of job is like I'm talking to people all the time. And then there's always an idiot that comes and talks to me, and I don't want that. So I tend to like just basically turn around and give them my back.
I have to zone and drown out, because I get
too.
You hear too much, and I hear conversations, or I just hear or see different things, and I'm just like, why is that? Why is this? Why? And it's like, okay.
And I'm nosy too. I messed around and didn't have my headphones in this morning, and I was hearing everybody's conversation. But then I want to know, like, what are they talking about? What's going on over here? Like, and then I start listening, and then I'm not paying attention to my work. So I need to have my headphones on and listen to something.
I used to think I'm not nosy at all. I actually want.
You're not. I
want no parts of anyone's anything. I'm like, please keep it down so I don't have to hear anything you're saying. I don't care to know. And just leave me alone.
Yeah.
I hear you.
It's rough. I so wish we could do an episode about coworkers. But too many of our coworkers listen. So we can't do it.
Shit. I want no
You had
problem.
no friends after that.
Oh my god.
You'd be getting the crazy stares in the morning. Monday morning.
Oh yeah. I can't even imagine what they
I
think
doubt
about
any
us.
of that, but I just don't want to be a mean person
Anymore.
I'm not mean.
You're not mean. I don't know why you keep saying
but
that.
I don't want to be a mean person. Like I have it's there.
Yeah.
It can happen.
Feel it, own it.
It can
be
happen.
it. That's it. Roll with it.
But I feel like no one would stare us down. They'd just not talk to us, and you just feel that negative energy in the air.
Yeah, because they would know that we're talking about them.
Yeah. It's the only job.
Very
I mean, hello.
distinctive personalities we have in our offices.
Let's get off this topic.
All right. I had more I wanted to talk about, but it's just going to drag on forever. Yeah. So it's affirmation time.
Nobody liked my affirmation. So I'm going to go with the first one.
It was rough.
Even though it wasn't anyone's favorite.
I liked it the best.
Could you please repeat what you said?
Oh, Siri.
And you were
interrupting,
quite
Siri.
like the affirmation.
I don't have an answer.
It was after
that.
she sang.
Is there something else I can help with?
Okay. All right.
It was like, wait, what were you? Oh, it would have been even funny if it said, did you say affirmation?
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. Affirmation for the week.
She's always listening.
And so is Alexa.
Facts.
I'm surprised she didn't say broom.
She don't listen to you anyway. She doesn't like her. It's true. She could scream at her like 15 times by next time. She's like,
She probably calls Siri so many times.
I do.
Fuck
I'd
you.
be
she's like, fuck you, I ain't answering you.
Jennifer.
I just like to say thank you for cursing tonight a few times. And it's not just me today.
I don't know why he curses all day.
No, I know he does.
I
know
do
he
not
does.
curse at work.
Yeah,
yes,
right.
I do.
We're twins, so I know he does, but he never does it on the podcast. It's always me out here in the wind. And he joined me today.
I helped you out. I didn't want you to feel alone anymore.
Yay.
We'll just ostracize the clean person in the room now.
Clean.
Boo.
Ooh.
Say shit.
Why y'all trying to change me?
She'll say something like, poo.
I love that Sylvia DM'd us and wrote ish. Or she posted something and she was like ish. I was like, hey.
Oh my God. Okay. Affirmation. I choose to move forward in my life and change my pathway.
Yeah, that was a good one, actually.
That was for breaking a cycle affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
What was yours? Your
I don't know.
affirmation was?
I had an affirmation?
Yeah, you said, I will not be my past. Some shit.
I am not my hair.
I am not my past.
She got all strong with it, yo.
She was.
Militant.
I am not.
I was like, all right, that'll work.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging in there with us.
It was all over today. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for work. And so I had to keep taking it left. And that's what I had to contribute.
It's all good. It's
Love
all
and
good.
Hip Hop Mondays. TR Tuesdays, you know.
Let us know what you guys think about us adding in like social media trends and stuff like that. DM us and let us know. I'm just curious.
And
Anything you
forward
guys
some
wanna hear
good
from
ones.
us. Yeah, please. We need the content. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for listening and watching. If you are watching on YouTube, if you're not watching on YouTube, tell a friend because we have like 2 people that watch on YouTube. So anyway, guys, have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time or talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.
If you are enjoying the Common Woman podcast and would like to support, please like, subscribe, and give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you would like to contact the Common Woman podcast, you can email us at thecommonwomanpodcast@gmail.com or reach out to us on social media on Instagram @The Common Woman Podcast and on Twitter @Common Woman Pod. Thank you for your support.